Hello, my name is Vikram. I'm from India. FIDE Elo rating 2089. Today I'm gonna show you a beautiful game on the very basic chess opening Giuoco piano, or it is also known as the Italian game. This opening is very old and it falls into the king's pawn opening, that is e4. Whenever white plays the move e4, it leads to a lot of tactics, lot of tricks, and both the players have to play sharply. So let's go through with the first four moves: e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5. So as you can see, both the players are trying to develop their pieces as quickly as possible, control the central squares d4, d5, e4 and e5. And this structure is also a symmetrical one. So now it's white to play here, and white has got several choices. He can play knight to c3, can play pawn to d3, castle kingside. These are the standard moves of white, but in this game white plays the move c3, and this c3 variation is very ambitious. So first of all, let's analyze what's the purpose behind the move c3. The main objective is to play d2, d4 and create a strong central connected pawn chain. Another idea is to play queen to b3 and create a double attack on pawn f7. These are the two main ideas behind the move c3. Okay, black plays knight to f6, white plays as per the plan d4. Now the bishop is threatened as well as the e5 pawn is threatened, so more or less black has to take the pawn. E takes d4, c takes d4, bishop b4 check. Standard move here for white is to play bishop to d2, but instead white plays knight to c3. Like I said earlier, this c3 variation is very ambitious, and it's also a gambit variation where white will offer a pawn in order to get an initiative. So let's see how the game progressed further. Knight takes e4, and now white immediately castles. So if you notice, even if white has given up a pawn, he has completed his development quickly and all of his pieces are on the active squares. Whereas if you look at the black's position, black's king is not yet castled, the bishop on c8 is not yet developed, and in the present situation the knight on e4 is hanging. So it's a good compensation for white. Okay, so let's see how the game continued. Now the e4 knight is hanging, so black has to take the knight. Knight takes c3, b takes c3, and now as per the theory, the correct move for black here is to play d5, which will equalize the game. But this is a gambit variation, and if black is not aware of this, then let's see what happens. And in the game, white took the pawn, bishop takes c3, and another pawn grab, and now white is clearly 2 pawns down, and the rook on a1 is also hanging. But white plays a very sharp attacking move here, queen to b3, and now the queen has created a double threat. This f7 pawn is under attack, and at the same time the bishop is also threatened. So it's a very sharp move. Now black here has left with two choices. He can castle, but if he castles then white will just win the piece. So in the game black captures the rook on a1. Now we are in the stage we are in the middle game stage, and white, and just observe how white gets his attack going. Bishop takes f7 check. Now if king to e7, then bishop g5 check wins the queen, so king to f8 was played. Anyhow bishop to g5 came and queen is attacked, and queen has got no squares to go, so knight to e7 more or less is forced. Now if you have a look at this position, and if you compare with the activity of the pieces, even if white is a rook and 2 pawns down, his minor pieces, 2 bishops and knight, are really attacking in the black's camp, and whereas the black pieces are cramped, these 2 rooks, this bishop and this knight on e7 more or less are very passive. The knight can't move because it's pinned by the bishop, and this bishop on a1 is also out of the game. So certainly white has got good winning chances here. So let's see how the game progress further. Now it's a basic principle in chess that whenever you are attacking, try to include all of your pieces in the attack. So white just does the same thing. He plays knight to e5, a very strong knight on the e5 square, and white has completely ignored to capture the bishop on a1 because already it's out of the board. Okay, so let's see what black played here. Black played the move d6. He wants to develop some of his pieces now, bishop, so he played the move, and also he has attacked the knight on e5. But here white plays very strongly. Here he plays the move bishop to g6. It's a very fantastic move because the f7 square, you can see this is the main weakness in the black's camp. And now queen takes, queen f7, mate is threatened. Black cannot capture the knight, even he can't capture the bishop because the mate is eventually there on f7 square. So there's only one move, force move for black here to play, is d5. And even if now the queen's diagonal is blocked, the white's queen smartly shuffles on the f file, queen f5 check. And now black king is caught. If he goes to g8, then queen f7 is mate. So another force move, bishop f5. And now here white is simply winning. Bishop takes bishop. Now again knight takes bishop is forced because bishop e6, there will be a discovered check and mate in next move. so knight takes bishop was played, and white can capture the queen, but no, don't rush, no need to do that. This queen takes f5 check, and it's all over. Black resigned here because he will be mated in next move, and the queen f6 is the forced move here, and he will lose the queen, and of course there will be a mate in just next two moves. So this is a very excellent example where white offers a pawn in order to get an initiative, build a strong king side attack in black's territory. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please do like the video if you have understood this game, and please feel free to write good comments on my video. Okay, thanks for now, and have a nice time. Bye.